Well, all right, folks, we're just after 10, so I think I'll call the meeting to order. So, I don't have an annotated. Oh, I do. I just have the wrong paper. So land acknowledgements to start off. The Halifax Regional Municipality is located in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and traditional lands of the Mi'kmaq people. The municipality acknowledges the peace and friendship treaties signed in this territory and recognizes that we're all treaty people. So, Ms. Clerk, we have quorum, I see. Good. Approval of the minutes from February 27th, moved by Councillor Daigle-Gammon, second by Councillor Mason. All in favor? Aye. Minutes done. Approval of the order of business, additions and deletions. Ms. Clerk.
Yes, Mr. Chair. The clerk's office has no additions, but we do have one deletion, item 14.3 in camera for personnel matter.
Okay, that will be deleted from the agenda and will return to us at a future date. Anything else, members of council? I'm seeing none, so can I get someone to move the order of business? Moved by Councillor Mason, second by Councillor Russell. All in favor? Aye. That carries. We've got our business. Business arising out of the minutes, we have none. Calls for declaration of conflict of interest. Anybody today? Seeing none. We have no motions of reconsideration, no motions of rescission, no consideration of deferred business, no tabled matters. Ms. Clerk, correspondence, petitions, delegations?
The clerk's office has received no correspondence and no petitions.
Anything from members of council or committee, I should say? Seeing none. Information items brought forward, we have none, which brings us to the main item on our agenda, 12.1.1, replacement of AO 2015-001 Gov, Information Management and Archives. I think we have a presentation for this one. Yes, I see our capable staff coming forward.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Stephanie Wood-Stevens. I'm here as a manager of corporate information management, which is a division within the municipal clerk's office. And yes, I'm here to give you a presentation today on the overview, or give you an overview of our new administrative order on information management and archives. Okay. Let me get that down there. So the admin order for respecting information management provides the authority for the municipality's information management activities. The most important of these activities is the establishment of retention schedules to regulate the retention and disposition of government records. The administrative order also establishes an information governance framework for the municipality, including defining terminology, setting scope and application, and assigning roles and responsibilities for the management of information. So please note that this does not apply to the personal and political records of council or the working papers of the Auditor General, as these are dealt with separately by the AG office. So to begin, I'd like to provide some context around previously approved administrative orders. So the first one was approved in 1998. AO 13 was really intended to provide retention schedules for pre-amalgamation records. In 2003, AO 31 provided more detailed framework, including processes for disposition of records and for maintaining and developing retention schedules. It also approved AMA Manual 3.1 as the municipality's retention schedules. And this is a general classification system which can be used by any Nova Scotian municipality. In 2006, this was amended to establish the municipal archives. And then in the summer of 2015, AO 2015-001-Gov was approved, and large portions of this AO were meant to establish a specific process for creating HRM-specific retention schedules. And in 2020, that was approved, the HRM Records Retention Plan, and it provided us a classification system which governs how long records are retained and what happens to them at disposition. So AO 2022 builds upon these previous AOs to support key functions of information management, and I've highlighted some key points on the next slide for you. So as I stated, the retention plan is now complete. So large portions of the previous AO embedded the process for developing a records retention plan. So with the new records retention plan approved in 2020, these sections are no longer needed to support that process. So instead, AO 2022 provides streamlined processes for maintaining the retention plan. So this includes things like for coordination of future revisions and requests for amendments, things like that. So the new AO has improved structure and language. So the definitions for terms are clearer and easier to understand, and they continue to provide the theoretical foundation for the municipal IM program. Having clear terminology and roles and responsibilities improves the outcome of training and education efforts, such as the upcoming IM training course. So this AO also realigns roles and responsibilities. So there's clear separation between key functions and who's responsible for performing them, and it reduces overlap we saw from the previous AO. Decision-making authorities are retained at key positions like the CAO, the solicitor, and executive directors, but the more technical information management knowledge and requirements are now centralized to the CIM division. So AO 2022 leverages the professional expertise of the Corporate Information Management Division to maintain the IM program and the maintenance of the records retention plan. And finally, this AO provides a stronger mandate for the municipal archives. It continues to support the key archives functions such as access, acquisition, preservation, and it formally broadens the collection mandate to include community records and materials of archival value. And it also reintroduces the role of the municipal archivist and the AO accountability structure. So what does this mean for staff? Essentially, there's really no broad impact or changes on municipal staff as their responsibilities generally remain the same. But this AO will now empower the CIM division to work more efficiently to assist the business units to meet their IM responsibilities. So it really helps our team serve our municipality better. And I'd be happy to take any questions at this time.
Thank you so much for the presentation. So going to members of committee, who would like to put this on the floor? Somebody's got to pick it. Councillor Hensby.
Guess having seniority, I guess I have an affiliation with the archives, I guess. Motion that the Executive Standing Committee recommend the Halifax Regional Council adopt the Administrative Order 2022-009 ADM respecting information management and archives, including repealing the Administrative Order 2015-001 Gov respecting corporate information management as set out in Appendix A of the staff report dated April 12, 2023.
Second by Councillor Dangle-Gammon. Go ahead, Councillor Hensby.
Well, it's good to see our records getting updated and stuff. I'd still like to know, it might be an easier way to go through some of our records anyway, to try and find some of the physical records from the past. I know that some of them are still relevant to some degree, and looking forward to the revamping. Hopefully things will be easier to find in the future. Thank you. And I'm also looking forward to a day that we actually have a municipal museum/archives that's more open to the public and a more open space than up in Burnside Park. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Seeing none, question has been called. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? That carries. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing all your work today. So, moving along, the next two items would be in camera. Councillor Mason?
Let's test the committee. I move for 14.1 that the Executive Standing Committee adopt the recommendations as outlined in the private and confidential report dated April 13th, 2023, and 2, direct the private and confidential report dated April 13th, 2023 be maintained private and confidential. Question.
Second by Councillor Russell. All those in favor? All those opposed? That carries. So that scratches off 14.1. 14.2, Councillor Mason again?
Sure, why not? I move that the Executive Standing Committee, 1, adopt the recommendations as outlined in the private and confidential staff report dated April 14th, 2023, and 2, direct the private and confidential report dated April 14th, 2023 be maintained private and confidential.
Second by Councillor Russell.
Question.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? That carries. So that takes out 14.2, and 14.3 has been deferred to a future meeting. So we have no added items. Any notices of motion, committee? Seeing none. Now we'll go to public participation for this very filled gallery. Since we have no members of the public, I think it's safe to say we can cross that one off. The date of our next meeting will be June 5th, 2023. Motion to adjourn. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.